My name is Kim Gaff and this is Around the World in 19 Years. In my 19 years of being on Earth, I've already had my fair share of adventures. My first few holidays include Tenerife, Turkey, Cyprus, France and Switzerland. But my first world trip included 9 planes in 2008. First stop, Hong Kong. Hong Kong was the most humid place I've ever visited. However, it was also very beautiful. We took a day-long tour bus to see the temples all around Hong Kong, which was amazing to see. And then we got a cable car up into the high mountains to see the famous Buddha, which we had to climb 200 million steps to get to. After Hong Kong, we flew to Australia, travelling up the east coast in 3.5 weeks, from Sydney to Brisbane, the Great Barrier Reef, Tangalooma Island and finally Cairns. Here's me with my boomerang. I can't use it, but it's a nice reminder. In Australia, I did some once-in-a-lifetime things, like hold a koala at Steve Irwin Zoo, climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and swimming in the Great Barrier Reef and doing an underwater walk with a massive helmet on. But the holiday didn't end there. We then travelled to San Francisco and toured the island of Alcatraz. Our next big family adventure was to Canada and America. We started in Toronto, Canada, where I did the CN Tower Edge Walk, which was 168 foot above the ground. Next, we went to New York City, where we climbed the Empire State Building, visited the Statue of Liberty, and watched the musical version of Spider-Man on Broadway, which was amazing. Then we moved on to Niagara Falls, which of course we did the famous Maid of the Mist tour. Then we went to Washington DC and finally Florida. I went to Paris, Nice, Rome, Salzburg, Berlin and Amsterdam with my friends on our interrailing holiday. In Paris we went to Disneyland, which is still one of my favourite places ever as I get to act 10 years old again. We saw the famous Eiffel Tower, obviously. We then visited the Colosseum in Rome, along with other iconic landmarks such as the Spanish Steps and the Trevi Fountain, which to our disappointment was surrounded by scaffolding. But oh well, I still got to make my wish. We then travelled to Salzburg, Berlin and Amsterdam, which was by far the weirdest yet most beautiful place I've ever been. Every one of my holidays has been filled with adventures, thrills, laughter, seeing different cultures, memories and being mesmerised by the beauty around the world. My love for travelling will always be a part of who I am, but there are a lot more years left in my life and a lot more of the world for me to see.